Welcome, Cosmic Coders, to another enlightening episode of Coded Universe. Today we're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the realm of file input-output. Picture this, a vast digital library, where each book represents a file stored on your computer. Now imagine being able to read these books, absorbing their knowledge and using it to power your programs. But that's not all. You can also write your own books, creating new files or updating existing ones with your own data. However, just like in any library, there can be damaged or misplaced books. Similarly, errors can occur during file operations, and it's our job as programmers to handle these gracefully. So buckle up, Cosmic Coders, as we delve deep into the mysteries of files, learning how to read from them, write to them, and handle any errors that might arise. Journey with us as we unravel the mysteries of files with real-world examples. Imagine walking into a vast library, each book representing a file on your computer. The rows upon rows of books are like the directories on your hard drive, each one filled with a unique story, a unique set of data waiting to be read. Now, imagine selecting a book, opening it, and reading the words on the page. This is exactly what happens when we read from a file in programming. In this digital world, the action of reading from a file allows us to access its data and bring it into our program. The words on the page become strings of text. The numbers transform into integers or floats, and the sentences morph into lines of code. Each piece of data is plucked from the file and brought into the light of our program's memory, ready to be used. Just as we absorb knowledge from a book, our program absorbs data from a file. This data can be anything: a user's settings, the high score in a game, a database of contacts, a log of events, and so much more. The possibilities are as vast and varied as the books in our library. This magic allows us to use the information as we see fit, just as if we were absorbing knowledge from a book. By reading from files, we can enhance our programs, making them more dynamic, more flexible, and more powerful. So, let's turn the page and dive into the next chapter of our coding journey. Now, think about writing your own story. In the realm of code, this is like creating a new file or updating an existing one. You might be wondering why this is important. Well, just as authors fill books with words to share their stories, programmers write to files to store data. This could be anything from saving user preferences, recording game scores, or even writing logs for system analysis. Imagine you're an author, your quill poised over a blank page. Each stroke of the quill is like a line of code, and the words you pen are the data. Once your story is complete, you place your new book, your file, on the library shelf. This is what we call writing to a file. It's the process of creating a new file or altering an existing one. But why do we write to files? Well, it's a way of preserving our data. By writing our data to a file, we're ensuring it remains intact even after our program is finished running. It's like storing our digital legacy. We can come back to it anytime, read it, update it, or share it with others. So, writing to a file isn't just about storing data, it's about creating or updating the stories within our digital library. It's about ensuring our legacy remains intact. It's about making our mark in the coded universe. And by doing so, we become authors of our own digital stories. By writing to a file, we're creating or updating the stories, data within our digital library, ensuring our legacy remains intact. In every library, there might be damaged or misplaced books. Likewise, in our digital world, things don't always go as planned. We may encounter a file that doesn't exist, or perhaps we don't have the appropriate permissions to access it. These are the equivalent of trying to read a book with missing pages, or finding an empty space where your favorite novel should be. This is where error handling comes into play. Just as a librarian would guide us away from damaged books, or help us locate the ones we can't find, error handling and programming is our safety net, ensuring we can manage these unexpected scenarios with grace and finesse. Imagine you're in a library, and you reach out for a book, only to have it crumble in your hands. Or perhaps you've written a new book, but there's no space on the shelf to place it. In our coded universe, these situations would cause our application to crash, disrupting the user experience. But with proper error handling, we can avoid these pitfalls. It's like having a librarian on standby, ensuring we're aware of damaged books and making space for new ones. This is why error handling is vital when working with file operations. It allows us to protect our code, ensuring smooth operations and a better user experience. With proper error handling, we protect our code, ensuring smooth operations and a better user experience. And that, Cosmic Coders, is the marvel of file input-output. It's like being a cosmic librarian, reading and writing the stories of data and ensuring they're protected from errors. It's an essential skill in our programming journey, allowing us to interact with data in meaningful ways. If you're ready to dive deeper into this coded universe, hit that subscribe button and join us on this adventure. Keep coding, keep exploring, and until next time, let the universe be your guide.